16 years ago, came into student life from college relations. And at that point, Mike Jensen had the Volunteer Center. Tom and Hulver, my predecessor, he worked with Mike, and they had this great volunteer center, and students were having the opportunity to serve.
I was originally hired to create a volunteer center on campus back in 1993. Up to that point, every now and then they would do some things with student government where they would involve students in service, but they wanted to create a center on campus. The year that I started in 1993, there was a lot of flooding back in the Midwest and with the Mississippi, Missouri rivers. And we loaded up a group of about 26 people, probably about 20 plus students and about 4 or 5 staff people. And we went back to a little place called Missouri City, right on the river, and helped to work on an elementary school that had been flooded and cleaned up the mess, did all of that. It was a lot of hard work. The humidity was really high. But everyone just pitched in and had a really great time, and it was such an amazing experience. We spent an entire week doing that.
When Mike moved on, then we asked CAROLYN to take this and see if there was a way to kind of expand it more and bring in more academic voices.
We did a lot of events and activities. We did a lot of service, volunteer service right at the beginning. And then later it turned into a lot more service learning. We really tried to build that part. It was meeting with the faculty and meeting with people on campus and key administrators that really took hold of that idea, and they ran with it.
When CAROLYN moved on, then Grant Fligger came into the mix. He was able to bridge that gap even more with academics, and he worked with Joel Bradford, and they did some great trips outside of the classroom. And then as things grow and develop, we brought in someone with a little bit more experience in service learning in Rachel. And she was able to take and look what we had done and organize things a little differently. And then everything changed. And we were able to reclassify the position and seek for someone who had background in service learning and volunteer. And we found this marvelous, energetic person with all the credentials and everything needed, and it was Alexis Palmer. She was a great addition to the team and immediately took what we had and saw the potential, and little by little started making changes. And the center has just now become an integral part of not only student life as a department, but the campus as a whole.
As UVU is becoming such an amazing force when it comes to engaged learning, volunteerism was to become even a greater part of this university. Not only in the classroom, not only in student life, but leaving students with a legacy and a life ahead of volunteerism.
Service learning is really important. As a student, I think my best learning came from internships, from learning directly, like direct service. And so I think it's really important for students to have that opportunity. And nonprofits really don't have a lot of money, and so with their efforts with this service learning, they're able to do projects and things otherwise they might not be able to do.
One of our programs is Dan Peterson, and we put on carnivals and dances. And at Dan Peterson, it houses a bunch of children with disabilities.
We spent some time in Canyonlands and Moab doing some cleanup projects down there.
Habitat for Humanity, with homes built by our students and decorated and painted and all of those things by our students.
The Volunteer and Service Learning Center has impacted me in a lot of ways personally. First of all, it just got me connected to the community here. I came here from out of town. I didn't know a lot of people in the community, and I've met a lot of wonderful people in the community, and I continue to work with them.
The ultimate reason that I got involved with the center was to make a difference in the community. I've lived in Utah for about 8 years now, and Utah's given me so much, and I wanted to be able to give back to the community, and I wanted to be able to be a part of something where I knew that that a difference could be made.
The center has definitely impacted me personally because I have learned so much about myself through it. By giving me leadership opportunities as president, as student coordinator, I've been able to expand those skills. I've been able to be a voice for the students and find what the needs are as the students and help them out.
Our center, though maybe a little bit smaller in footprint, impacts as many students and has as much involvement on campus, I think, as anywhere in the state.
It has been just exciting to watch individual students or groups of students get that spark, that fire to want to make a difference in our community. But not only do they have that spark and fire, they're being guided in a way to use those passions in ways to truly change our community for the better.
I see the Volunteer and Service Learning Center in 20 years doing more of what it already does really well, which is I see it as the center or the crossroads for interacting for faculty, students, and the community to interact and engage in meaningful learning experiences.
In 20 years, we'll probably have the biggest university in the state, and so that just means that more opportunities are going to be for our students and that we're going to make a bigger impact in the community.
Congratulations. I think 20 years, I mean, that's just amazing. You know, we've gone from UTC to UVCC to UVSC to UVU, and what an amazing 20 years it's been to watch this organization grow, watch the college grow, watch the university grow, and watch the organization grow, because we've come a long way. And that, you know, and here's to 20 more years of doing great things in the community.